commissioned this report to see the extent and impact of poverty in the borough. Now, this map shows what they found. It's colour-coded from green, which shows where 15 to 20% of that area of households are in poverty, to bright red, where 39 to 42% of the households are in poverty. And as you can see, there's a strong divide between east and west of the borough. Now, that isn't totally new for Enfield, but this report says that poverty has got worse. I spoke to one woman who's lived in Enfield for most of her life and seen the impact that poverty has had. Now, she's been trying to do something about it by setting up a community kitchen.
My name is Kelly Smackdon, I live in Edmonton N9. I've been here since I was 10. I've seen the ins and outs of Edmonton, and poverty has really had a negative effect on the community. A lot more children on the streets, a lot more crime rates going on at the moment. I've seen a lot more people being homeless. I left my job in July. It was because my wages were not covering my rent and my council tax and all my bills. So I said, well, there's no point because it's going to put me into debt. So I left, but not knowing that I wasn't going to go straight into another job. So it came a bit tricky, but because I had the allotment, I started going to food, and then that carries us through the summer. So when it gets too much at the allotment, it's like I just say, all right, then start sharing it out more. So I started sharing out a bit further afield, and we just started cooking. So all right, what we're going to do is we'll use this and just cook everyone's food. Sometimes one of us won't have any food or money for food that day or whatever, and so one of us will cook. We will share the food between the 3 households, and it got a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger.
It's not the easiest place to live in the world, but when you've got a sense of community like this, and people that can use.
There's a lot of things that's actually missing that could be put in place that can help the borough, and it's just getting people to hear you or people to do it. And we're tired of being called the deprived area when we can do something about it. But we just want other people to see that there is a way out, and if you take support from one another in the community, you can make a change.
So how bad is poverty in Enfield? Well, this report said that 1 in 5 workers in Enfield are on low pay, that it has the 11th highest rate of child poverty in the country. Now, the impact of poverty is complicated, but the report has also pointed out that Enfield now has the 2nd highest level of serious youth violence in London. It's worth pointing out that this is a Labour council, and the group behind this research is a left-leaning think tank, but the council say they aren't able to tackle poverty because they don't have enough government funding.
The local authority has a part to play, which is what this report is about, us responding to the recommendations. But I'm in no doubt that after 10 years of deep austerity, both to the local government budgets, but also to the public sector as a whole, has meant that inequality has definitely widened in places like Enfield.
Well, we spoke to the government about this report as well. They said they're committed to levelling up the country and are supporting families with the cost of living. They also say they're providing more support to the most deprived authorities, which now have a spending power 16% higher per home than the least deprived, and that they continue to spend over £95 billion a year on welfare to support families who need extra support. Now, one of the big things that this report highlighted was that there's a tendency to think that outer London boroughs don't have the same issues that affect inner London boroughs. The authors of this report say they do, and it's something policymakers need to think about. Rose.
Thanks for that, Karen.